After the defeat from last week against Everton, and the 3 points are big points, and we are happy that we got the points and we got the win.
Just how good were Brighton today, Jason?
Yeah, I think we were very good. Last week it was a freak result, really. I think it was one of them where we're still learning. We have to understand that we have to maintain our mental attitude week in, week out, play with intensity, desire, passion. I think we did that today.
How much was that mentality that you mentioned there the key today? After last week, to come here, I think it's fair to say, boss the game. They've only lost once here this season, Arsenal.
Yeah, the mentality was key. We spoke at length last night. The manager was brilliant in a meeting last night, and I think he's going to be happy with that today.
Yeah.
What in particular did he say to you, Dennis?
Not to me, to the whole team. He showed us a video from a famous person.
Name names.
Michael Jordan was for me it's LeBron James, but let's say the best basketball player ever, and he showed us how he got motivated, or how he motivated himself each game, and he showed us after the defeat against Everton. I think it was the right choice to show us a video like this, and I think we showed today how we got prepared for the game and how mentally strong we are.
I was going to say, it's one thing to be shown that, it's one thing to take it on board, to go out and do it, to receive the ball in defence, to receive the ball from Jason, and do it when you're under pressure. What does that take?
Takes balls, and you need to be mentally strong. Even if you do a mistake, everybody knows what to do in these kind of situations. We train this every day, every day, 2 or 3 hours in the training session. We watch every day video, have meetings, and it's nice to show in a big game like this. How
big a step could that be in your quest for putting Brighton first time ever in Europe?
Yeah, I think it could be big. I think, after last week it was a case of resetting, making sure we were fully prepared, ready for today, and I think that could be massive for us. I think just the boost that we beat Arsenal and Man United in the last 3 games, and I think if we can't grow on that and take confidence from that, then obviously we're doing something wrong.
Does that make it very different, the teams you've got to face? Manchester City, Newcastle United, knowing that you can come here and do that?
We need to show it against every team. Against the best team is better to show. It's everybody wants to play football. It's a high level, and I think everybody wants to play in the top 4, like Newcastle, City, Arsenal, and we can compete with them. And we showed this today, and we want to show it every game.
Be honest, what were you thinking when you lobbed that ball and it was in the air?
Just hoping the ball goes in and we get the 2-0. So it was a great feeling, to be fair. I had one chip already, and now it's the second one. I'm happy that I was in the right position and to score the goal. And I want to say sorry for the word I used before.
I didn't like to mention it, but well done you. Great stuff today, guys.
Yeah, it feels like that. I think it's going to be very difficult now, we have to be honest. So yeah, it's a tough one to take.
Just how flat are you and that Arsenal dressing room?
No, it's not a good feeling at the moment. I think the way we played, especially in the second half, was I don't know. I don't know what happened, to be honest, but big disappointment, and yeah, it feels like it's no hope now.
It's hard to put your finger on it, as you say, but any thoughts on what was missing today?
No, I'm not sure. I think in the first half we do a lot of good things. We have some moments where we can create some big chances, maybe score a goal or 2, and then in the second half we give them more and more momentum. They're dangerous when they go direct there, especially on our right side. They attacked us there a bit too easy in behind, I felt like at times, but I don't know, it's hard to say at the moment, but a lot of things we could have done better.
After some poor results, it looked as though you'd turned the corner, beating Chelsea, that fabulous win against Newcastle United. Did that come as a surprise to you, that performance today?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to come here and continue like we've done in the last 2 games and get another good result and keep pushing. That was the target, and that's what we wanted to do. But I don't have any good answers at the moment to tell you what happened, but big disappointment.
Do you think mentality was a problem at all today, knowing that you had to win?
No, I don't think so. I felt like we were good going into the game, and but in the game was a different story, and we have to accept that and learn from it, and that's all now.
We appreciate you coming out and talking to us, Martin.
Thank you.
Proud, and that's the feeling that we had, and today we have to apologize because the performance that we had in the second half is not acceptable.
We'll come to the actual performance itself, but as far as you're concerned, although not mathematically yet, do you think that's it, the title gone?
Mathematically, it's still possible, and this is football. But today is impossible to be thinking about it. We have to first digest the result, the performance that we had in the second half, and understand why, and obviously have a very different reaction the next game.
If it's painful to concede that the title's gone, even though it's mathematically possible, as you said, is it the way that it was surrendered that is so hurtful?
Yes, because the first half we knew that the way they play they made the game really competitive. I think there were 30 fouls in the game. Very difficult to get any long sequences of play to get set in the final third. They had a lot of issues as well. They gave the ball away a lot in their own half, and we could have really capitalized in the first half in 6 occasions, I think, and we didn't. And then we concede a goal when they are really directing behind and concede the goal, and from there the team had no reaction. And obviously when you give the silly goal that we have get away the second one, then the team collapsed and the team had no answers.
What do you think was the biggest thing missing from your team today?
When you got like that, it goes down to the duels, and they were better than that on that. And the moment that they score the goal and you have to be even more aggressive and take some chances, they use those spaces really well, and we got punished.
And does that all come down to mentality?
It's difficult to say that, and I would defend always my players, so the first responsible is always is me.
How difficult is it for you, though, to find the balance between obviously supporting your players, but also being disappointed and not accepting, as you said, particularly that second half? Is there anger there?
I think that's, after a defeat like this at home, I think you have to make the analysis to yourself and individually first before looking at anybody else, and I think that's what we have to do.
How much do you think it was a case today that Brighton were very good and you were really not yourselves?
Brighton were really good when we become really poor. Before that, it was game on, the game that we expected, and the game that we played the same away there, but we were very efficient, especially after recovering the ball in the final third to score the goals, and today we weren't. So when you don't do that and you made the mistakes that we made, obviously you lose the game.
Having got yourselves in such a fantastic position, how difficult is it to accept, and how low do you feel right now?
I don't know, but if the team is able to do that, obviously it's something that we have to address. But you have to do a lot of good things, incredible things, to be second in this way that we've done it for 10 months. But if the team is able to show that face as well, for sure there are things that have to be addressed.
Do you feel today you just fell short, whether it be mentally, physically, or in terms of numbers that you've got?
I don't know. It's just we had the numbers, we had some injuries, but we cannot look at any excuse. I think we have to look individually first, and on Tuesday we can talk about it.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.